RMR TV here on Respect My Region. I'm your host, Kaja Deric, and here is my show, Local Music Wednesday, for this week. This is episode 2. So each week I'm going to be breaking down some of the hottest local artists. So before I get started, I need to share a brief update about our sponsor on this episode. Today's episode is powered by RMR Legacy Smalls, Respect My Region's cannabis flower line, available in Washington State and California. Visit respectmyregion.com/legacy-smalls to find out where you can pick up our 7G quarters of premium indoor flower. Current strains in Washington State include Runts Glue, Grease Cake, and Strawberry Shortcake. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about some local artists that are killing it in the Washington State music scene that you should totally look out for. To start us off, we have Kaja Deric. He's a local artist who's been doing some super sick things. He's been releasing some fire tracks since 2020. He's a local Seattle rapper whose music includes hip-hop and trap influences. He also uses a lot of interesting samples in his song. Like in the track Rip Steve Jobs, he samples Steve Jobs' talking, as well as news segments about Apple, which makes for a sick song. He also includes some samples of soul vocals in some of his songs, which is great to see from a local rapper. He's been releasing some dope music videos recently as well, and his most recent one is for his track Dirt Money and Double Cups. It was shot by Ludarb. Overall, Kaja Deric is dope. You should totally check him out. And another local artist who's been killing the game recently is Weston. Originally from Linwood, Washington, Weston has been making moves in music for a while. He's been releasing tracks on streaming platforms since 2019. He even released his first full record, Thuggin' in the West, in 2022. He has a large range of influences, including 50 Cent and Big Sean. And one thing that makes Weston stand out is that he loves his own music. He's one of his own favorite artists, which is super inspirational and means he's definitely doing something right. His music is characterized by dope 808 beats, and he raps over them with a sick flow. My personal favorite track of his is Rollin' Rich. Although it's relatively old, I think it shows Weston's potential. Overall, Weston is an artist who lives and breathes rap, and you should definitely check him out if you haven't yet. Okay, now on to our next artist. Local rapper Lil Claire has been in our ears recently as well. Lil Claire is absolutely sick. He's a Latin hip-hop artist who mostly raps in Spanish. He was born in Venezuela and became known for his song LNGTS, which was released in 2021. Since then, he's been racking up streams. His over 17K monthly listeners right now on Spotify. He's been collaborating with different artists on his songs, giving each song a unique feel while staying true to his Latin Urbano roots. His music blends a classic hip-hop beats with some added Latin flavor. He's absolutely spitting on his track. He raps so fast, and I've been trying to learn Spanish, and I was trying to follow it, and it's good practice, but he's killing it right now. He definitely can hold his own in terms of just solely rapping, and his music makes any listener want to get up and go to the club. He has lots coming up and just dropped a new music video for his song Baby Feos, which will definitely be releasing more music soon, and so stay updated on him. Also, local artists BN Rich and Jimmy Mack are absolutely killing the scene. They're as local as they come, and they released their collaboration album Back to Bell in September of 2022. The record was entirely produced by Star Spazin, and it's not one to miss. One of my personal favorite tracks off the record is Knock It Off. The song starts off with a dope beat and has some sick, clean electric guitar lines, and as a guitarist, I'm a sucker for a good guitar line on a hip-hop track. And as well as some dope instrumentals. The lyrics are super clever. Tried to gun me down, he had a long day, social distance with my stick, I shoot from long range. I just thought that was hilarious. It's super cool. So they blend funny lyrics with the deep lyrics in a super cool way, and all the tracks on the record keep the listener's attention. The pair also recently released a music video for their song Better, and the song references gun tracks and street life. The music video even includes clips about gun crimes in the area they live in, so it was super cool and very inspirational to watch that. Continuing on, our next artist is Portland local rapper H.S. Dro. He released his newest record, Calm Before the Storm, in June of this year. The record's super diverse, and he worked with different producers on each track, which shows how important collaboration is to him. Calm Before the Storm is a great body of work with many diverse hip-hop tracks. One of my favorite tracks off the record was ABC, which featured Frito. The track has a sick beat. It's driven by light synths as well as a boom and bass. The song also includes a dope hook that gets stuck in the listener's head. Lyrics are ridiculously clever, and both rappers are absolutely spitting. Another track I loved off this new record is 12 p.m. at the Red Room. This is one of the deeper songs on the record where Distro raps about chasing his musical dreams. I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more about him, and you should totally be stay tuned. Kash Keek has also been killing the game recently. The West Seattle native is the self-proclaimed voice of the Seattle streets, and it's a great title for him. His most recent record, See Afghanistan 2, was released on the 4th of July this year. This record is a follow-up from his 2022 record under the same name. His lyrics in these records combine references of the street life in West Seattle and some added political references. He also makes great use of whisper ad-libs throughout his record, which I hear a lot, but rarely people do it great, and he kills it with that. The record includes multiple features as well, such as DG Mark G and the Talibani, which is an interesting name. Overall, his music is super sick and contains some heavy beats that I can see people moshing to at his concerts. So if you're in the Seattle area, you should check out him. Okay. Hunnidkbaby is the next on my list, and he's been delivering some fire tracks recently as well. He's a local to the Tacoma area. He's 19 years old, and he's definitely been making moves. He started making music around 12, making tracks in a shed in his backyard. He also started making beats and producing before he started rapping, which I found very interesting. Usually it's the opposite. He's highly inspired by emo rap and artists such as Juice WRLD and Lil Peep. He both sings and raps, which is super cool. His most popular track, OK Part 2, contains a lot of distorted vocals and 808s as well as guitars. But he also has some chiller tracks out, such as his track Whatever, where there's a lighter beat. And overall, he's super diverse, and it was so hard to believe that he's only 19 years old. So we also got Mally on this list. He's another super cool Seattle artist who's up and coming in the rap scene. His style combines modern rap with some classic old school Seattle grunge influences, which was sick to hear because Seattle has all that Nirvana and Pearl Jam, all that stuff. So his beats contain a classic modern 808s as well as some dope grunge influenced guitar loops. He's been definitely receiving some attention from his tracks, and his song 369 racked up over 23,000 streams on Spotify. His most recently released track is titled BB King, which is named after the old school blues guitarist, and I just thought that was so cool to name a modern hip-hop track after a blues guitarist. The track features 2000 Baby, who has also been killing it, and we included on our last episode of Local Music Wednesday. The song contains a super heavy beat, even some distorted guitars, which are great to see in hip-hop music. The music video is sick, and it contains old footage of BB King, which was super cool to see. Okay, another artist we've been bumping over here at RMR is Josh Lambros. Lambros combines his love for rock with his love for hip-hop flawlessly. He uses a lot of guitars in his music as well and sings his hooks with a clear pop-punk influence. He's also so far released 2 full EPs, Euphoria and At Will. His music touches on a variety of different topics, from euphoric highs to his love for his girlfriend. It's clear this kid can write about anything. He recently released his new track, Stay, which starts off with a great acoustic guitar, as well as some singing, and then a laid-back 808 beat kicks in about a minute. He's another artist who definitely blends genres and his influence. You should definitely check him out. He also has an awesome new music video for that song, Stay, that's out. It features like a burning couch. It's really cool. It seems pretty quality production. Okay. And lastly, to round out this episode, we have Two-Paid TK, arguably one of the biggest artists on our list this week. He's been making moves in music for a while now. He's been releasing music on streaming platforms since 2020. He's ranked up almost 500,000 streams on some of his bigger songs. With the unique vocal style, TK has been able to reach an audience. His lyrics are awesome. His most recent record, Dear Mr. Kennedy, is stocked full of political references, and it's easy to say that he's super creative, and we'll be continuing to keep an eye on him and his music. Okay, that was a lot, but you guys should check all of those artists out that I mentioned. I'm going to write an article on this. It should be out later today. So all these links to the music videos, the artists' Spotify's and stuff will be in that article. So keep an eye out for that. And thanks everyone for tuning into this episode of Local Music Wednesday. I hope you guys found some good new music to listen to. I'm going to be doing this every week, so stay tuned for more updates. I'm Kaja Deric. Please be sure to leave us a review in the comments, then like, follow, and subscribe to our Instagram and YouTube. You guys can reach us by searching Respect My Region 365 on YouTube and at respectmyregion.usa on Instagram. So stay blessed, y'all. Peace.